what if we told you that one of television's most iconic families is preparing for their final bow, but with a twist that could leave fans both celebrating and in tears? That's right. The Crawleys are returning, one last time, for a cinematic farewell that promises grandeur, emotion, and legacy. Whether you've followed them since the first episode or just fell in love with Downton through its films, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Downton Abbey is making its final appearance on the big screen, and this time it's being framed as the ultimate conclusion to a beloved saga that has enchanted audiences for over a decade. After the glowing reception of Downton Abbey, A New Era in 2022, whispers of a final installment grew louder, until now those whispers have become a reality. Enter Downton Abbey, the grand finale. Series mastermind Julian Fellowes is once again at the helm, weaving the final threads of a story rich in class, conflict, and heart. Nearly the full original ensemble is back to breathe life into the Crawley family and their devoted staff one last time. From its debut, Downton Abbey has masterfully balanced aristocracy and servant life, blending drama, wit, and historic shifts. With 6 acclaimed seasons and 2 blockbuster films behind it, the stage is perfectly set for a final act that's expected to deliver emotional payoff and long-awaited closure. The timeline now marches firmly into the early 1930s, moving beyond the optimism of the 1920s into a more complex era. A new era brought fresh beginnings and hinted at the changing tides in British society. Now, the grand finale is poised to explore deeper transformations, both within the Crawley household and in the world beyond. But not every familiar face will return. Maggie Smith's iconic Dowager Countess had a beautifully poignant send-off in the last film, a farewell that fans are still grieving. And while Matthew Goode's Henry Talbot isn't confirmed for this final outing, fans remain hopeful for a surprise appearance. Meanwhile, the question on everyone's mind, will Lily James reprise her role as Lady Rose, still hangs in the air. On a brighter note, Paul Giamatti will once again step into the shoes of Harold Levinson, Cora's eccentric brother, adding energy and unpredictability to the mix. Familiar characters like Lady Bagshaw, Imelda Staunton, Cora, Elizabeth McGovern, and Robert, Hugh Bonneville, are also returning, vital players in what promises to be a deeply heartfelt goodbye. Back in April 2025, exclusive first-look footage debuted at CinemaCon, and while it hasn't been released to the public yet, descriptions from attendees painted a vivid picture. The clip opens with Carson standing at a horse track, declaring, "Welcome to 1930. Then, beloved characters appear one by one, including Lady Mary, radiating confidence in a breathtaking red ensemble. The most powerful moment? Robert Crawley pressing a kiss to his hand and touching the walls of Downton, an act filled with unspoken emotion. This final story unfolds against a historically charged backdrop. The Great Depression looms, and the rumblings of World War II are growing louder. Fittingly, Downton Abbey began with the sinking of the Titanic and the shadows of World War I, so to conclude with the world on the brink of another global conflict feels almost poetic. As the narrative evolves, expect to witness key transitions. Tom Branson and Lucy are navigating life as new parents, and Thomas Barrow steps down as butler, allowing Mr. Carson to mentor Andy Parker into his successor. These changes reflect the generational shift that's long been brewing, now coming to fruition. The curtain is set to rise one last time on September 12, 2025. Mark your calendars. Even though filming wrapped in August 2024, the delayed release only heightens anticipation. The previous films found success in autumn releases, so expectations are sky high. But while we await Downton's last chapter, there's another gem. With Downton Abbey, the grand finale approaching fast, this is the perfect time to revisit or discover the paradise. Who knows? A resurgence of fan interest might just revive the hope of closure that the paradise never got. So, are you prepared for the final chapter at Downton, or are you still holding out for the paradise to rise again? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into your favorite period dramas, behind-the-scenes stories, and British classics that continue to capture our hearts. Until next time, cheerio.